Hi guys, so today I want to talk to you about something that a lot of people overlook in their life. It's one of the biggest areas actually of anybody's life, and it's often at times one of the most messiest, and that is in the area of relationships and friendships. One of the biggest problems I see with a lot of people is that they don't know how to know what type of relationships are which, and it's something that they struggle with. A lot of people don't know the difference between acquaintances, confidants, work colleagues. They don't know the difference between all these relationships, and it ends up becoming quite messy. A classic example of this that I've seen is where you have work colleagues, and I saw this a lot when I was in traditional employment, over 6 years ago, is where you have work colleagues who think that they can make friends at work. Often at work they are part of a certain clique and a circle. They go out drinking together at the pub on a Friday night. They socialise together. And once they start socialising together, from being work colleagues, they think that they're friends and they start telling all their business to each other, the personal relationships, personal problems they're having in their relationship, all the things that's going on in their life. And then what happens is, and I've seen this on a few occasions, is where those relationships turn sour. Basically, they have an argument or a falling out, and obviously there is no divide in the relationship, so it spills back into the workplace. They're saying bad things about each other in the workplace. They're arguing and stuff, and then one of them ends up telling the other one's business, the business that they were sharing outside of the workplace. And this type of thing happens really, really a lot of times in life, because people just think that everybody's their friend, they can confide in anybody, and it's all good and great. I used to, be looked down upon when I used to work in those workplaces, because I never used to go and socialise with these people that I worked with. I didn't want them in my business. I kept the line quite clear, the divide very clear when it came to my relationships with work colleagues. And I think there is a lesson in that. People need to know the difference in all their relationships and have discernment about who they choose to share things with. Work relationships might be good and great if you get on with your work colleague and stuff, but then if you take it into the area of friendship and things don't work out, that work relationship is going to go south. So when it comes to relationships, work colleague relationships is just that. You have a working relationship, you're part of a team, you get on with that person in work, you have a common goal to get a job done. Acquaintances are people that are just in your social circle. Maybe you don't mix with them, you don't really chat to them like that, but they're part of a social community or a group that maybe you belong to or you're around. You don't divulge your secret business to them, your confidence to them, because it's not that type of relationship. Confidants are one of the rarest type of relationships to have. I have only ever had two confidants in my life. As I've shared on other videos, I can count on probably 4 fingers the amount of friends I have, not even a handful of friends, and I had to learn the hard way about relationships, as I've shared in one of my other videos. But to have a confidant means that you trust this person implicitly. You trust this person, you can tell them your deepest um, insecurities and fears, and you know that it's not going to go any further. I have had only 2 relationships like that in my life. Both of them are with women who are older than me. They're not family members, and we don't see each other that often. But I can say without a doubt, those 2 people that I've known for a very long time, because also as well, I think that's one of the things, to have a relationship with somebody who you consider a confidant, it has to be tried and tested over time. You can't have a confidant with somebody you just met yesterday or somebody you met at work. These are not kind of the criteria or factors that will build a relationship with a confidant. Both of the people I have as confidants, I've known them for years. and they're older than me, older women. I'm in my 40s, I'm 47, you know, these women are like 60. So, you know, those are the things that help to make a confidant relationship. Somebody who is known to you for a long time, preferably somebody who's older than you, who's got wisdom. Those relationships are hard to find, and if you do have a confidant in your life, you know, you are one of the very few and fortunate ones. Not a lot of people have that. So, you know, I just wanted to kind of share that today about the different types of relationships that people have in life. You know, people automatically sometimes think that family would provide all these things, you know, friendship and, you know, to be able to be a confidant. But in my experience, that has never been the case. As a matter of fact, in my experience of family, they have been the biggest betrayers and traitors. Um, but you will save yourself a lot of heartache if you are having relationships and you know the difference between all of them and know where to keep the boundaries with them and how to keep them in different boxes. You know, a lot of people become unstuck when they don't know the difference. So know the difference, guys, between friends, acquaintances and confidants, and don't confuse them because it can become quite messy.